Welcome and thank you for joining us. This is Wellness and Nutrition with Dr. Markovic. Today's video we're going to be talking about vitamins, minerals, and also cholesterol. I want to finish out the rest of that nutritional label like we've been talking about. First topic that we're going to start here off with is vitamins. Now vitamins, obviously we hear a lot about those things in the news and a lot of those things in our daily lives, suggesting that we need a lot of vitamins to keep ourselves healthy. Now, while we do need vitamins, while we do need minerals to keep ourselves healthy, they're not synonymous with health. Simply just taking vitamins for the sake of taking vitamins won't by itself make you healthy unless you have specific deficiencies. So realistically, vitamins should be saved for those people that do have some dietary restrictions or things of that nature. Perhaps you might be vegetarian or vegan or have some other types of food products that you cannot eat. That's where things like vitamins and things like minerals that we're going to be talking about in a second will really come into to play. So that would be all of the vitamins in general. Now, there's important things to note about some of the vitamins. Now, these are your standard 6 vitamins that we have. We have A, B, C, D, E, and K. Now, the important ones to note here are going to be vitamin B and vitamin C. The reason they're important to note is these are your water-soluble vitamins. And what that means basically is that if you have too much of that vitamin, your body will recognize that and it will simply urinate out or excrete out the difference of that. However, vitamin A, D, E, and K will not get excreted out in your body. There's something called fat-soluble vitamins. So that means that if you have too much of those vitamins, your body will hold on to them, and it is possible to get toxic levels of those vitamins if you have too much of them. So keep in mind, you only want to have these things if it really benefits you. Some of the things that we see a lot is vitamin B, especially vitamin B complex. It's used by people for energy. It might give you a little bit of boost of energy. It might help with things like nair and hair growth and things of that nature. But having excessive amounts of it will not make you the strongest person in the world. It won't give you the strongest nails or hair in the world, and it won't necessarily give you an endless supply of energy. It'll just give you a little bit of a bump. Same thing with vitamin C. Vitamin C, contrary to popular belief, unfortunately, isn't necessarily a cure-all to things like colds or any upper respiratory symptoms. While it might have some room to help people feel a little bit better, again, it's not used as a cure-all by any means. So with these vitamins, again, important to have in foods, but with a lot of the food products we have today, they're already fortified with vitamins that we would need. So again, unless you have vitamins that you cannot get in your diet, you do not necessarily need to take supplemental vitamins. Now, however, by all means, I would always want everybody to speak with their doctor because there are specific times and specific populations, such as postmenopausal women and certain men over certain ages that will definitely need certain vitamins. So by all means, consult with your doctor. However, if just for pure nutritional information, for just pure health, having excessive amount of vitamins will not benefit you in terms of your overall health. Moving on next to minerals. So what are minerals? So we talked about one of the minerals just in the last video, which would be sodium. But there are quite a lot of other ones as well. There is potassium, there is magnesium, there is calcium. There's a lot of different things. I just use the abbreviations of them here for you. But there are a lot of different minerals that we can use that overall to our general overall health. So sometimes you see many different words used to also denote minerals. One of the more common places, the common words that you see is electrolytes. When you think of electrolytes, you also want to think of minerals. These are our electrolytes. This is what keeps your body and your muscles functioning at a very normal level. So making sure that you have an ample supply of minerals will actually help you and your body be a lot better fit and a lot better amply charged to get things done, more so than your vitamins might be. However, as we know with everything, too much of anything is not going to be good things, so we need that balance when it comes to things like minerals. So drinking plenty of water, a good source of minerals are going to be your green leafy vegetables, some of your fruits, and also products such as Pedialyte and some of those drinks. But to be clear, minerals you need to have to keep yourself hydrated. Now be careful with certain products that tout a lot of electrolytes but might not necessarily be good for you because of sugar content. That would be something like Gatorade. While Gatorade does have sodium and potassium, it does not have these other two minerals, and it also has a lot of sugar. And realistically, that sugar is what's gonna put weight on your body despite the electrolytes that it gives you. So please do not necessarily try to have more sugar along with those minerals. That's why it's better off to have them with things like vegetables and things like fruits and things of that nature in terms of your lean meats, your white meats. So that would be fish, turkey, chicken. That's where you can a lot of get those minerals. And the last topic we're gonna talk to here is about cholesterol. Now, like I mentioned in the previous video when we were talking about fats, having excess fats will increase your cholesterol. However, contrary to popular belief, having excessive dietary cholesterol in things like eggs and things of that nature does not, and I repeat, does not increase your cholesterol. So your intake of saturated fats is what's going to directly increase your cholesterol, but there are two forms of cholesterol that we need to be informed about. Not all cholesterol is created equal. So in cholesterol, we have good and bad cholesterol. The bad would be LDL for low density, and the good would be HDL for high density. High density cholesterols are going to generally protect your heart. They're going to make your heart a lot better. They're going to give you a lot better health outcomes in the future. So good cholesterols, again, you're going to get those things. The way you develop those is by eating good unsaturated fats and also things like omega-3s and all of those fatty acids. That will give you those HDLs. Another way to naturally get HDL, which we'll talk about in future videos, is exercising and muscle building. There'll be more information to come on that in future videos, but just want to make you all aware of that. As opposed to LDLs, where we get all of our LDLs is the greasy stuff and is the fast food things that we might love to eat, but really do not do very well for our bodies. So where we get the LDLs from is all those fatty, greedy foods. So that's going to be things like Five Guys and Dunkin' Donuts and all of those things we probably shouldn't have, but we do. So keep in mind, make sure that you limit the amount of fats that you're eating, which will then incorporate your cholesterol. And that concludes today's video for Wellness and Nutrition with Dr. Markovic. And as always, be well and be well to each other.